Okay, welcome back to another episode of Aminal Crossroads.
Aminal Crossroads.
This is another episode, second episode, I think. Can't keep track.
Yes, this is the second episode that we have recorded of Aminal Crossroads. Now it does start on the same day that the last one ended on, because we got through all of Nook's bullshit. The Don really put us through the ringer. And so here we are. Now we're going to continue now that we have free reign over what we're going to do for the rest of the day. And our mother just sent us 10,000 bells. So that is a nice start on the house payment.
Yes, and it goes up to like, what, 100,000 or something like that?
You can have 99999 in your bag at all times.
Yeah.
But are you talking about for the house?
Yeah, for the house.
Oh, like 495 or 498,000.
Don't you need to build a bridge too, or some shit like that?
Eventually, the mayor will ask you, yes, hey, we've been taking a poll and everybody agrees we should try to, build a bridge to make it more accessible to get across the river, other than one place that's not at the ocean. So you can kind of tell him where you want it, though, which is kind of cool.
And then I think we kept we didn't change the melody, but we have to change the town melody at one point or another.
Yes, I think on this next episode we'll go through and do that. I'll study up and get some options going. Now, for those of you at home that don't know this OG move that I'm doing here, I am running through, and at every single rock that I pass, and sometimes twice because I'm scatterbrained and will forget, you gotta dig a couple of holes, pin yourself in, and then just really go for it on rapid firing that A button and trying to hit it with the shovel. And one rock in the town per day will turn red and literally throw money at you. So first money grows on trees, now it comes out of the ground, and it's just the greatest thing on the planet and easily the fastest way to pay off your loan.
Hey, I can dig it.
Okay, Joe Dirt, calm down. Life's a garden, dig it.
I was thinking, warriors,
Come out to play.
So, yeah, it's been a while since we met up. How you been, dude?
Dude, I have done nothing but work. We're switching PEO companies, and I guarantee that's not entertaining enough to talk about. So how have you been?
Where do I even begin?
I guess we should start with your medical adventures in the past.
Oh, yeah, I got herpes.
Yep,
I went to a strip club called Moondogs, and some girl rubbed her booty in my face, and I got shingles from it.
I'm surprised you didn't get pink eye instead.
I got both.
You got her booty in your face?
Oh, but by the way, that didn't happen. I totally got shingles because of what they said was it was stress from work.
Sometimes you got to adopt that fuck it mentality, Michael.
Yeah, no, and I said I am never getting shingles again, so I'm never stressing out ever again.
I will never stress again.
I will never stress again. Dude.
Didn't you say that you didn't realize that when I stop it skids?
Oh, yeah.
So I just showed some examples there of the Olympic speed stoppage.
Dude, you became a rapper.
Skirt! Skirt, skirt!
Now?
Skirt?
Yeah.
But,
But
boy, let me tell you about where I'm from. I sell propane and shit. What are you, dumb?
let me tell you how disgusting shingles is. You know what the stuff that comes out of the shingles? Like the
pus and the juice and
they call that weeping.
weeping.
Your sores are weeping. Doesn't that
Also,
sound disgusting?
That one, that does sound disgusting. Absolutely, that sounds like something I would never hope to experience. And two, that weeping, the liquid that is coming out of your weeping wound, is the only way to quote-unquote spread shingles to people who have had the chickenpox before. If you've had the chickenpox before, you can't get it through the air, supposedly. But, like when you had it, if I would have been like, oh man, that looks bad, and felt it or something, I would have gotten shingles on me, on my skin, and then everything else that I touched could break out with shingles, and it would be everywhere.
So, I didn't know at the time, but I went over to his house with shingles, and
This son of a bitch.
miraculously, no one got shingles, and I touched everything.
I mean, he did not hold back.
Yo, the nerve damage that comes with it, man.
And the brain
You
damage.
do, and the brain damage. And the brain damage.
So the nerve damage.
Yes, nerve damage is terrible because it's not like regular pain, and it's like deep within. It's like a deep-rooted pain. That just
I bet it feels more like a broken or a cracked bone than like a skin wound, just because of how deep it is,
yeah, like
right?
a hairline
Fracture.
fracture.
Fluctuation.
Fluctuation.
Oh, I got it!
Hey, you
Hey.
rock.
Dirty. Baby, I got your money. Hit the rockin'. I said, hey. I don't really know where I was going.
So yeah, never get shingles if you have a choice.
You'd never get shingles. If somebody you know has shingles, stay the fuck away from them as far as possible. Don't give them a chance.
Well, other than that, I watched The Matrix again the other day.
Didn't it give you a flashback of some sort?
Yeah, I was like, did you ever watch that movie like in theaters?
Oh
with
yeah,
your parents?
everybody watched it with their parents. I mean, that's like the Terminator.
You know, like the first movie only had like a little kiss, like a romantic kiss in it, but the second movie had a full-fledged sex scene in it between Carrie Ann Moss and Keanu Reeves.
Right at the beginning, right?
Yeah, and you know what my dad did?
What?
He took my hands and tore them away from my face, and then made me watch it. The whole sex scene. But he wasn't watching the screen. He was watching me watch the sex scene.
He must have been watching his little boy become a man before his very eyes.
And then he said, don't take your eyes away from Carrie Ann Moss. Stop looking at Keanu Reeves.
But Dad, he's got the perfectly sculpted ass.
And then I looked at him in the eyes and I said, my emotional attraction is to men but my physical attraction is to women.
And he said, my boy.
And then we sat in silence the whole time after that.
The next 2 hours was really awkward.
No, that did not happen. But yes, it was very awkward. No, that did happen. I watched the movie with my dad, and that scene came on, and he turned to look at me to see if I was watching it, like the scene. And I looked right back at him to let him know that I was not looking at the.
You know what this reminds me of? Hard cut to me taking Stan out to go to the bathroom.
Stan is his.
Yes,
his dog.
my late dog.
Yes.
I have a new puppy as of right now. Her name is Sky, and she is a lady. And she does the same thing, but dogs, when they take a poop, they always look at their owner. And I found out that the reason because of that is because that's when they're at their most vulnerable, because they can't really react well unless they gotta pinch it off and try and run. So yeah, I mean, just like humans, if you're mid dump, it's hard for you to just pinch it off and get up and run. You gotta finish your business.
Nah, man.
So I imagine when the dog's out there taking the dump and it's looking at you with those big puppy dog eyes, like, oh my God, please protect me. That is the look that you gave your dad. Just, Daddy, what's happening?
No, he would be like, why are you looking at? Why are you watching the scene? I thought I told you can't watch things like that. So
I thought you told me to enjoy the movie you paid for too.
So.
Well, pick one or the other, old man.
So I looked him right in the eye, and until the scene finished, we just looked at each other lovingly into each other's eyes, and that was it. It ended, and I watched the rest of the movie. But it was awkward. It was an awkward, that scene was a long scene. It was like an hour. Or no, I'm sorry.
Yes.
It was
an hour.
It was like 5 minutes. A good 5 minutes of just them making out on the throne or whatever, the altar.
They're on the porcelain throne,
Where-
making out on the shitter.
Where they hold religious ceremonies and shit like that, probably. But he is the one, so.
The one or the chosen?
Anyway, I was gonna say, you know why dogs look at you when they poop?
What?
It's because they're looking at you asking, hey, are you gonna eat that? I don't want to be that guy, but are you gonna...
I know they say don't shit where you eat, but can you eat what you shit?
Oh, I shouldn't.
I shouldn't.
How's COVID treating you?
Call me heartless if you want. I have made little to no changes in my life. I work like you in an essential business. He works over at the pharmacy. I work over in HVAC. For those of you that don't remember from episode 1, you should go back and watch it. It's great.
I don't even think we mentioned it.
Oh, well.
Well, there
Go
it
back
is.
and watch it. It's great. It's a free advertising.
Yay.
But yeah, so I've made little to no changes in what I do in my life other than not spending money going out to do stuff hardly ever anymore. I mean, unless there's like a really good deal on bowling, I don't go bowling just for the fun of it anymore.
We do because we have to.
Yeah, we do it because we have to, not because we want to.
Who knows
Exactly.
when someone's gonna walk up to us and say, "Hey, challenge you to a bowling match," and then gotta be ready.
Everybody, you got to be on your grind.
That's just how I roll.
It's like throwing a cat in the ocean, gets it nice and wet.
Oh, you know how you wash a cat, right?
Oh.
You throw some dish soap inside of a toilet, and then you grab the cat and then throw it in the toilet and close the lid. And
Then you
flush.
sit on the lid and hit the flush button, and if it isn't dead, it's nice and clean.
Please don't do that to your cat.
Yeah, to anybody listening at home, if your cat is young, like a kitten, it will go down the pipe. If it is old, it will no longer have a body. You need a nice, young, fresh, lively cat
Yeah.
to survive that torment.
Have you seen a wet cat?
They look terrifying
It's the
and
saddest.
terrified.
It is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Like, you know how they do commercials about wet dogs? They should do a commercial about wet cats. They would totally sell more cats than dogs.
In the arms of the
Like,
angel.
if you see a wet dog on TV, you're gonna be like, "Ugh, that dog probably smells."
You see a wet cat and you're like, who did
It's like,
this to you?
I've never seen a wet cat before.
Interesting.
I'm gonna buy one
The stonks rises, Batman.
and throw them in the toilet in the flush. To clean.
Naturally. It helps with the overpopulation of the cats.
So, while we're on the topic, how's COVID for you?
You know, I mean, I really have not changed much about my life. I mean, I wear a mask when I go outside now because it's common sense that you should do that at this point. And, you know, some people do, some people don't. I really don't care anymore.
And when you walk into Walmart, you just take it off.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They make you wear it inside Walmart, and then they can't enforce it once you're inside. So
And when you walk into a restaurant, just take off your mask. Because you gotta eat
gotta
somehow,
eat.
right?
no, you gotta go in with a mask that's got an opening at the mouth so you can really talk to people.
Isn't that backwards as fuck?
God. But yeah, so I mean, I'm still just I'm actually working more now than before because everybody's got to have their heating and air working properly because they got to work from home now. So they know immediately when something's up instead of putting it off. So
Yeah, more people are home now.
yeah, everybody's home. Everybody seems to be much more in tune with their body as far as when they feel off. So I mean, when you get home, you want to be comfortable.
Yeah, I took
It's
that.
much more important now than ever before.
Dude, I took that shit for granted. When I was at home with shingles, I stayed home for about 2 weeks, and I was like, wow, I just realized that I get free AC at my work. Like, it's hot as fuck because I live upstairs. It's either really cold or just really hot upstairs.
Are you right over the garage?
I am to the right side of the garage.
Are you also at the edge of the house?
I am at the edge of the house.
So you've got 2 walls of your 4 walls that are directly facing outside where
Yeah.
the heat and cold is, and you're just above and over from the garage, so your floor is going to be hot or cold. Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, what I'm trying to say is you are an essential worker, Mason. You are an essential worker. I
Thank
need
you,
you.
friend. And just think, if you're like 90 years old and your heat goes out on a 28-degree night, that's not just an inconvenience. You could straight up freaking die.
Yeah, like you know what? It's just weird how old people work.
Oh, I mean, they're just much more sensitive to changes and drops and spikes in temperature.
Yeah, speaking of that, they have to follow their routine and go to the pharmacy even though they don't have to.
Oh, we just need to get out of the house a little bit, so we figured we'd go get COVID at CVS.
I'm like, please, can you just go get COVID somewhere else?
And they're
Please.
like, no, our routine is to come pick up our medicine, like, once every other week, so why wouldn't we go every day?
We got some weird old guys coming up to me. It's like, does this look weird to you? And just pull down their pants and stuff like that.
Just, sir, you're missing the left half of your penis.
Like, either they do weird things or just disgusting things to me. Like, they okay, so when I'm this one time, this happened to me all at the same time. Okay, so I bent over to show him like where this he was looking for, I don't know, hemorrhoid cream or something like that.
No wonder he couldn't bend over to get it.
Yeah. So I wasn't gonna get it from. Don't get me wrong.
You were gonna bend over and say this one right here, and then walk away.
Might I suggest an upsell of a donut thing that you can sit on, whatever that's called, a donut seat, to go with your hemorrhoid cream, sir.
Like your cushion. More cushion for the pushing. If
But
you know
literally,
what I'm
I
saying.
bent over just to point at what he needed. I wasn't gonna grab it for him. He fucking farted in my face, like old man fart.
Oh, all wispy.
Yeah.
Was there a plume of dust that came out
It was
with it?
That's what it sounded like.
like a whistle through a nice long empty hallway.
No, it's like walking the plane and then jumping off of it. That's what it sounded like. I felt like dying there. That was bad, dude.
This is my hell.
So, what was I talking about? Fuck.
Hemorrhoid cream.
Yes, hemorrhoid
apparently.
cream. I bent over to show him the hemorrhoid cream. He farted in my face, so I was like, at this point, I'm just gonna grab it for him because he's probably gonna ask me to grab it for him. So I grabbed it for him. I placed it in his hand. I said, "Sir, have a nice day." And he reached over and like he rubbed my back in a circular motion. I'm like, "Thank you, son. You've helped me so much.
That sounds like he was into farting on you.
You're very nice. You're a nice little boy."
Now he's Russian.
Yeah, he is. But no, that's pretty much my experience every day at CVS.
Oh my gosh. You know what my experience every day is?
What?
Having the ability to just absolutely one-shot this.
Nice, dude. Anyway, I got shingles. No one, so...
Everybody noticed.
Yeah, everybody noticed it. Everybody noticed. They were like, "You're a little too old to be breaking out into acne." And I said, "Oh,
You're a little bit too nosy for your own damn good.
no, I didn't say anything. I didn't react to it, but I was a little put off because nobody noticed when this was like 2 years before, I shaved my head bald, and no one said like a goddamn word about that.
I noticed, it just wasn't immediate.
Well, you're my friend. You could have asked me like, "Hey, do you have cancer or something? Or like, did you check yourself
Oh my
in
god,
to,
do you
like,
have cancer?
or did you go crazy? Did you pull a Britney Spears?"
Yeah, you are not Britney, bitch.
Leave Britney alone. Well, yeah, I shaved my head bald, and no one says shit about that. But then, like, one dot appears on my forehead, and they're like, "Oh my god, you're 13 again."
I think there's a whole movie about that with Zac Efron, but it was 17 again. It's a real movie.
About that one with Jennifer Gardner or whatever.
I have no idea. The middle-aged father becomes the daughter's love interest, kinda, sorta, because he swaps body with the 17-year-old, so...
Whoa.
Like, the 17-year-old dad is over there just, like, making a sandwich or something. He's putting, like, Doritos on it and shit, and the kid's, like, in the dad's body, the dad is saying to the kid, but it's the kid saying to the dad, "You know, what are you doing? I've got a game today." He's like, "Dude, your metabolism's so high, it's not gonna affect you. I can't do this shit or I'll fucking die." I gotta live it up while I can.
You won't. If you eat like that, you won't live to be 17, Dad. Yeah. What was I saying?
What were you
Hair.
saying?
Hair. Yeah.
Hair.
Okay. I was bald, and then like no one said shit about that, and
Yeah, so I mean, so you went bald, nobody noticed. You got one dot on your forehead, everybody noticed. And now, how is your hair situation currently?
Oh yeah, I'm growing
We've
out.
come full circle.
I'm growing out a COVID beard. I'm not going to shave until there's a vaccine for COVID.
And I agreed with him that I would try my best. I do sometimes have to trim up the scruff a little bit for work purposes because they say it's not quote unquote professional enough, but either way, I mean, I'm really trying. I have not cut my head hair. I've cut my face hair.
And they say that's not professional.
Yeah, no, apparently I can have a mop on the top of my head, and that's cool because a hat can cover it, but wearing a mask over a beard is not good enough, damn it.
For real, that's the only reason I started growing a beard out is because we're wearing masks anyway. You know, I mean, you're not
Yeah. And have I told you the reason why I really want to grow my facial hair out?
because you want to look like Fabio, dude.
Dude, one, yes, and two, ever since I grew my first pubic hair, let alone facial hair, I have been damned and determined to get a goatee. I want the mustache to go around and connect to the chin, and then I'll shave the entire handlebar off and just keep the chin and that and let it grow out.
You had the philosopher look for a while, like the chin strap.
Mm-hmm. When I shaved the cheeks and shaved the neck beard and everything, yeah, I mean, it was a pretty profound look, what can I say? But,
You look like the Thinker, except you're on a toilet all the time.
I am on the toilet all the
I
time.
know. You have, oh yeah, there was a point in your life where you had like bowel problems.
Yeah, now. It's much better now, but no, there was a time when I could not eat, I could not drink, and I could not sleep for like 3 months straight. I never got more than 2 hours at a time, if that. Like I was pooping 8 times a day or some ridiculous. Oh, hey, look who it is. Gulliver.
Gulliver, yes, Gulliver.
Isn't he just gonna be Eagle Caw?
And a sound clip of a eagle's mating cry.
But yeah, so I want the goatee, and I really want it. I've always wanted it. I'm gonna grow it out until I get it, and every time I have to shave the cheeks and then like between the mustache and the beard, it just puts me back months at a time. Because I mean, it takes forever for that part of my hair to grow. Everything else on my body, including ass hair, is like an inch a day. But God forbid I get a freaking goatee when the rest of my body looks like a damn bear.
Just shave your asshole hairs and put it on your face.
Yeah!
What's the big deal?
Naturally. What's that smell?
It's all natural.
Eau
It's
de
natural products.
natural. Eau de Musk. Elon Musk.
I don't know why he does not have a perfume or cologne called Elon Musk.
Oh, I don't know. Probably because he doesn't know how to make it.
He doesn't have to.
But everything else he's done, he's had a hand in help developing, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like SpaceX and, not Boeing. What's... Boring?
You are?
No, yes. You're absolutely right. I am boring. 100%, no doubt. Faux show. A shizzle my nizzle. But,
what is it?
no, there's another, not SpaceX, but SpaceX won the space race between the two. They had a friendly competition to see who could get their astronauts to the ISS first. And SpaceX won, but they were fighting
Cold
against...
War?
No. No, did you hear about the Star Wars project, though, during the Cold War?
No, what?
No shit. The Star Wars project is the American government. Well, first off, there's two things. One, we went and we dropped extra large condoms all across Russia. Just so when they found them, they would know it's an American and they would see extra large and they would be demoralized and would want to quit fighting at their ineptitude to beat us and our masculinity. And it worked, which is hilarious. That's not the Star Wars project, that was psychological warfare, and we fucking won.
What if we were just doing stupid shit over in America, like putting it over like loaves of bread and stuff like that? Just not even for our penises. It's just
that's just how we preserve our food.
it's like an experiment. It's like, oh, how far can a condom stretch? And they just
We're doing condom drop challenges. That's what we're doing. Remember that thing where you fill them with water and you drop them on their head and it like encases their head?
that's the
Oh
stupidest
my
shit ever.
lord! But no, so the Star Wars project was a thing where we all but used clips from the movie Star Wars, which I think Russia had banned because it was at the time when they were at odds and they didn't want us getting money from them or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember all the specifics, but yeah, so we had we posted our updated quote unquote space program, which was like the Death Star and like clips from Star Wars. That's why it's called the Star Wars project or program or whatever. And we would say that yes, this is our space technology that we have attained and we'd like to see somebody beat us. And that's why they quit and gave up on trying to beat us and just kind of started going at their own pace because they just thought we were already so far ahead they'd never catch up.
Like, I can't believe it. The oldest trick in the book, the condom trick.
The whole switcheroo.
And then the next trick in the book, Star Wars.
Star Wars condom play, go! I summon one condom in attack position and set my Star Wars project in face down defense. It's your move, Axis.
I activate the Shadow Realm.
That's not a real card. Damn it!
That's what we call Space Void.
Ooh, looks off pondering like a philosopher.
I don't know. Well, okay, so what were we talking about? Elon Musk.
Oh my god.
With the race, the space race.
So it was his company, SpaceX, and then he was like the second on the board of commissioners of the other one, like Boeing, not Boeing the plane company, but it's something like that. I'll figure it out here in a minute. But yeah, so it was his company versus his company. So no matter what, he was gonna win. Like you cannot stack the odds more in your favor. And he just went through and said, "Yep, I'm gonna win." And everybody's like, "How are you gonna win?" He's like, "'Cause I can't lose." And that's how Elon Musk started getting famous, being a troll.
Wow.
Facts may vary.
What were we talking about before this?
Doesn't really matter. We're on space, and that's my favorite topic. I took astronomy.
Okay, chin strap, space racing,
How did we get from A to B?
Cold War.
We were talking about our hair and stuff, how neither of us are going to shave before
There's a
a
vaccine,
vaccine has
yeah.
come out. And not for COVID, for COVID-19. We need to clarify. Because if you test positive for COVID, that means that you have the COVID virus. Not that you have COVID-19, that you have a cold, that you have the flu, that you have COVID-19, and everything in between. All of that can give you a positive result,
Wow,
or a false negative.
You made that rhyme.
Thank you. I've worked really hard on that on the fly.
The whole week I've been working on that.
I've been thinking about that for months. So I guess the next order of business is I am going to have you explain to the audience what Jackie Chan drunk is.
Because it leads into my brother's wedding. Everything
It's the
connects
natural
in
order
some
of
way.
things.
Okay, so it was one night where Mason just had to. I was over at Mason's place and we had to. And I promise you, this is gonna be like the only episode that I talk about alcohol. So just bear with me, please. So I was over at Mason's place and we were just hanging out, and then his girlfriend at the time calls him and says, "Hey, I just got off of work. I work at a bar, but do you want to go to Waffle House afterwards?"
Mind you, it is like 12:02 or 11:58. It's like right at midnight.
Yeah.
Like the only thing open is Waffle House. And there's only certain kinds of people that go to Waffle House after midnight. And apparently I fall into that alcoholic category. But, I was not drunk at the time, so I went and doing the good boyfriend thing, which, great use of my time, let me tell you. So I went and I met up with her and her brother who also worked with her, and you know, we had a nice, in my side of the 24 episode here, I'm like, all right, Mike, I'll be back. I leave, I get to Waffle House, we have a good time, we hang out, you know, we play some music and sing along because nobody else is there. It's great, everybody's having a good time. Hard cut to Mike.
I was watching TV, had the PS4 on, and I was like, you know what? I could really go for some Stranger Things Season 2 right now. And I put it on, and I put on the first episode, and I'm 6 episodes in. I was like, damn, this guy is taking forever. So then at that moment, I realized I had promised Nick, one of my friends, that I would watch Stranger Things Season 2 with them.
Didn't you make it to like episode 2 before you realized it?
No, I realized it like really late, like 4 episodes, 5 episodes in, 6 episodes.
I was not gone for over 2 hours.
I'm pretty sure you were.
I got back at like 1:30, at most an hour and a half.
Time is irrelevant, I think.
It moves in slow motion when I'm not
I
here.
just know I'd watched enough of it to know what was going on.
And then to realize you probably shouldn't.
So my eyes widened and I was like, oh my god. I need to forget everything that I watched, like, right now. So I grabbed a bottle of ginger
bourbon.
Ginger-infused bourbon. And I just started going to town on that bottle.
Mind you, this is my brand new, still sealed bottle of fancy single barrel ginger infused bourbon that you can only get in Kentucky. So I leave with this whole bottle of fancy bourbon sitting here, and then a bunch of, like, you know, some gin, some tequila, some vodka. There's options for whatever he wants to drink. And so apparently he realizes, you know, I gotta forget this before it turns to long-term memory.
Yeah, before it crystallizes in my
Don't
head.
let it crystallize. Chrysalis, if you will.
I need to get rid of the plasticity in my brain.
The plasticity or
Yeah, the
elasticity?
neural connections. I need to lose as many brain cells as I can before.
Use a defibrillator on each ear.
No.
Really get it fried.
So I just. Oh, what is the phrase of it? Like something about the bottle.
Eating the snake in the bottom of the bottle?
Well, anyway, I
Or the
didn't-
worm?
I didn't want to see my own reflection in the liquid, so I just. It was a very sad sight. The more I drank, the more I saw my reflection, and I was like,
The worse he felt.
I'm so sad right now. And I just drank the whole bottle, I think. And then
he thinks he did. I came back to an empty bottle of ginger bourbon on the floor, just knocked over on its side. It looked like he licked the thing clean. There was not a drop left. And
I had a Jackie Chan movie in the background playing at that time.
Oh.
I don't know how it got there. It just happened.
Not even a good one. Just like some B-rate knockoff movie. Like nothing. Jackie Chan had no business being
It was
in
a
that
J-rated movie. It was J for Jackie Chan.
movie. J for Jackie.
So it was just on in the background. Mason walks in and then he looks at me. He's like, "Are you okay?"
And all he replied with was, "No."
Yeah, I'm like,
No.
I don't think I'm gonna be okay.
So, I go, and at the speed of an Olympic power walker, at 2 o'clock in the morning,
He saw
I guess,
my
or so,
cheeks inflate a little.
I saw his cheeks puff out. I knew what I had to do. I beeline straight for the trash can. I had just put a bag in it. It's good to go. I grab it. I drag it over. I see him start to convulse, if you will.
Like dry heave.
Like whole body dry heaving, trying not to puke. And
Like-
I throw that thing in front of him and open the lid and say, "Here, Mike, I brought you the trash can." And this motherfucker sits up, leans over and goes, "Bah!" right next to it. So all this ginger bourbon Mushu guy pork just everywhere, splattering across the carpet, hitting the side of the trash can, getting on part of the couch, and it's just in a pile. And he missed the trash can.
To be fair, I had 1/4 of a chance of getting the trash can.
It's seeing quadruple.
Because I was, and then like to also, when you disappeared like that really fast, like it was like a scene from Naruto where Naruto does clone jutsu.
Substitution jutsu.
I'm seeing like 20,000 of you just like running into the bathroom.
Oh no! What does he call? Kagebashi no jutsu.
You know, like when you do like a move, you're getting ready. I don't know what the effect
Charging?
is, but when you're moving your hand and then like you see like multiple like hands coming out.
Almost like you're looking at it through a strobe light or something, where it's like cutting in and out of your vision.
It was a spiritual experience, dude. Watching you go like leave like that.
Whoosh, and he's gone. But no, so he puked.
Actually, like when I threw up, your the outline of your body was still there. When you stood there.
Oh my god, you were so gone.
So I threw up next to the trash can, and then like I apologized, and I said I loved you.
I'm sorry, man. I love you, man. I'm so sorry, man, but I love you, man.
I love
I'm
you.
sorry, man.
I'm so sorry. I love you. And then I started scooping it with. I tried to pick up all the pieces with like a chopstick.
He
and
was using the chopsticks to try and put all of the shit back into the Mugu Guy pan box.
And then, like, being the good friend that he is,
Of course.
he takes a fork and he throws it down in
Next
front of
to
my
him.
face. And then he was like, "Don't say I never did anything for you." He left me.
Verbatim how that went.
This concludes the second episode.
Of the Umami Boys play Aminal Crossroads.
Aminal Crossroads.
Thank you all for joining us on this spiritual journey. We hope you enjoyed the story time that we had throughout this episode. And please feel free to like, subscribe, ring the bell, smash the like button, leave a comment, give us topics to talk about. We are always constantly running out of shit to talk about.
Like, I'm sweating here. Like, I'm getting nervous. We're running out of things to say very fast.
We were very worried that this Michael drinking episode would not quite fill the whole time, and it turns out we're going to have just a little bit over, so it's perfect.
And I'm gonna have to break that promise because I'm gonna have to talk about drinking again the next episode.
Oh, it's a shame. Borderline alcoholism becomes pure alcoholism.
But yes, I know there's a lot of buttons to press, but I know you can do it.
And make sure that while you're pressing those buttons and you're fingering those keys, that you finger yourself a little while you're at it.
Because you deserve it.
You deserve it. We deserve it. Everyone deserves a good fingering. So, thank you very much for your time, and...
Adios.
Muchachos.
話の霊にとびきりのマイディ